Hello everyone, this is a personal update feature, so this is not an episode of Sven Plays, but I wanted to let you guys know what's going on because there is a lot of stuff happening over the next month, a lot of big changes, and I'm still trying to make preparations for all of it because it's a lot to sort of take care of. So first off, what's going to be happening is I am in fact about to leave for Japan for a 2-week trip. I'm essentially taking this trip as a sort of last hurrah before I go over to the UK because I have a friend over in Japan I want to see, and I thought it would just be a nice fun thing to do before I basically pick up my roots and leave. I mean, I'm leaving all my family behind here in Australia, and that's going to be quite an adjustment, but I'm really looking forward to going over to London and working in the new Chucklefish offices. I think we'll all work collectively a lot better and a lot faster in that circumstance. But that's all kind of in the future, in about a month's time. I'm hoping I'll be there in a month's time. As far as the Sven Play stuff, as usual, it's been stuff I've been recording in my downtime. Now, the videos are going to continue going out in my absence to Japan, because I've already got pretty much all of the Diablo ones uploaded, and I've got just enough Thief ones there to sort of alternate between. But what I am in fact doing is I'm going to be setting it so there is going to be 2 Diablo videos every day. Now, I realize, and I say this with complete awareness, that Diablo 3 isn't necessarily the most interesting game as a Let's Play to watch, largely because I know it's so much time spent just dealing with shops, managing your inventory and your build and all that stuff, and I realize that's probably not particularly interesting to watch for you guys, and I do apologize for that. I'm still working at this and trying to figure out what's best. It's something I kind of just want to wrap up on Diablo 3 as a series by the time I get back, because my friend Michelle and we're hoping that we can blast through Reaper of Souls before I leave for the UK. So what I'm thinking I will adopt as an approach for that one, because I do want to record it for you guys, because it's obviously a new expansion. I am planning on leaving all the story stuff in, i.e. we won't be just skipping through it. I'll be making sure that all the subtitles and stuff are on so you guys can read it, even if somehow, for some reason, you can't hear it or we accidentally talk over it. One of the other things is also, I'm going to be, with that particular series, I want to stress, because Diablo 3 is already recorded, it's already completely done, not much I can do to change it at this point because it's all been edited and uploaded. But what I'm going to do with Reaper of Souls is also, anytime I feel like we're going to need to go back to town to sort some stuff out, just stuff that's generally not that interesting to watch, because I am now using Shadowplay to record this stuff, I'm basically going to be stopping recording anytime we go to town or we're just doing stuff that looks like it might take a while but isn't necessarily that interesting. I'll try to make a concerted effort to edit that stuff out, because I know it's not that exciting to watch. But anytime, if something does happen in circumstance, say while we are managing our inventory and stuff, and something that I think is funny does happen, one of the nice things about Shadowplay is that I can still capture the last few minutes of footage even if I'm not actively recording, which is something I think would be quite convenient for situations like that. So yeah, I mean, in a nutshell, that's my plans for getting the rest of Diablo 3 out there. I'm thinking it's probably going to be 2, maybe even 3 of them a day. I don't know yet. But the Thief stuff is still going to go out bi-daily, so every second day, only 1 episode of that, because I haven't got that much of it captured. It takes time to do that stuff. But yeah, I mean, I'm hoping that when Reaper of Souls swings by, those of you who do actually watch the show will find that a more entertaining watch. I'm still figuring this stuff out, in all honesty, and I obviously want to be faithful to the game, to my experience of it, but I do want to be entertaining as well, and I know I'm not like a natural comedian in the sense where everything I say is funny. Again, something I want to work on, because at the end of the day, while Sven Plays is about me playing games and enjoying the games and giving you my authentic reactions, I do also want to be an entertainer as well. So any thoughts or suggestions, any feedback you guys have, like anything you specifically didn't like, or any reasons why you might have just chosen not to watch the video. I mean, I'm going off guesswork here that a lot of it is because of a time spent in menus and just in town, which isn't that interesting to watch. But if that is it, please tell me, because I want to know what it is you guys want to see. Future games I'll play will likely be lots of first-person, story-driven stuff, which I realize is a much more interesting watch. In no small part, Diablo 3 got revisited, not just because of the expansion, but because there's not a lot of games my friend Michelle could play with me that are cross-compatible between Mac and PC, not first-person, because those make Michelle sick, unfortunately, and also happens to feature co-op. It's not a very long list, so it's a combination of factors. So as far as Sven Plays is concerned, what's likely going to happen is, if we can get Reaper of Souls done in time, I'm going to try to schedule them so those videos are daily. But there will be a time, I'll probably update you when it comes, but when I do decide to go to the UK, like once I've got my passport stuff all finalized, once I've booked my flight tickets, I'm going to basically have to put Sven Plays on hiatus, which I'm sure most of you aren't that really bothered by, because it's still up and starting. But I want those of you who do actually watch and who do care about this, that is what is going to be happening. So I definitely plan to resume the series once I'm set up in the UK. It's going to take some time though, because I'm going to need to find a place to live. I'm going to need to buy myself a computer over there so I can keep working. And obviously I'll be settling into the offices, so I'll be working fixed 9 to 5 hours again, which means good things for my sleeping pattern, but it's going to be a period of adjustment for all my other things. So yeah, that's pretty much everything in a nutshell, guys. So like I said, I'm just about to go to Japan, so I'll be gone for a couple of weeks, but any feedback you guys have, any questions, anything that you're wondering about, please do leave them in the comments or send directly to me on Twitter. I'll try to tackle them whenever I can, but I want to improve this show. I want to make it more interesting for you to watch, and I would love to hear your input on it. So for those of you who do actually tune in and watch my stuff and find it interesting, thank you so much. I know it's a very small viewership, and that means the few of you that do watch this are all the more important. So thank you so very much. Hopefully you'll hear from me again in this sort of capacity just before I go to England, but we'll see. I really don't know at this point. It's all up in the air. Yes. Thank you, everyone. I'll see you next time.